Previously, on Any Day Now.
Excuse me, could I have some butter?
I'm not a waitress.
It's kind of racist.
How was that racist?
Just assume because she was a black woman dressed like that she was a waitress?
This stuff goes so deep, and it's all mixed up in the past. I mean, do you ever think about those days?
Little as possible.
I called Uncle Jimmy today.
What brings you out here?
I'm writing an article for a magazine
About me?
about racism.
Jews, Spics, and niggers want to steal our women and populate the world with mixed mongrel babies.
This is a mistake.
Tell Renee Jackson I said hello.
He said he was going to kill you.
What else is new?
This time next year, there'll be a Negro on the Birmingham police force. That's change.
Do you have to do the case, Daddy?
Yes.
Citizens here don't want coloreds on the police force. Some of them so mad at Jackson they want to lynch him. Be ashamed something happened we couldn't protect him.
My God!
Call the cops.
I don't believe that bastard. Do you believe him?
You don't know for certain.
I know. Just as sure as I am standing here, I know, and so do you. Crazy bastard. He could have killed us all. He could have burned the whole damn house down. Why? Because of my article? Because I'm still friends with Renee? Go ahead and say it.
Say what?
Say I told you so. I know you want to. You told me not to go to Uncle Jimmy's. I went anyway. Here we are. Oh, son of a bitch. What next? A good old-fashioned lynching? I wouldn't put that past him. In fact, I wish he would try something like that. Might be time to get the old shotgun down.
Emmy?
Can you believe it? Did I tell you he was crazy? Did I tell you Uncle Jimmy was just crazy?
Mary Elizabeth, calm down.
I have 6 FBI agents on my front yard. I don't want to calm down. Do you believe this?
Are they finally gonna talk to him?
Yeah, but nobody saw anything. They said it'd be hard to prove.
I want you kids to stay inside. Are you okay, Kelly?
Did you see what the fireman did to your Rosa's mom? The whole yard's nothing but mud.
I'm okay. Why don't you two just head on up to bed? Come on now.
We're staying here? What if he sets fire to the house next time we get killed?
You can stay at my place tonight.
We'll be fine. Your mother and I are gonna be here.
Here an hour ago and look what happened.
Davis, he was just trying to scare us. Everything's gonna be okay.
Collier, Emmy just backed the van out of the driveway.
Damn it, Mary Elizabeth! Can you stay here with the
I
kids?
got it.
Where are you going?
Trying to stop that crazy mother of yours.
You son of a bitch! You scared me when I was a kid, but you do not scare me now.
What are you talking about?
Cross, gasoline, my front yard.
Slow down, Peanut. What's happened?
You burned a cross in my front yard, and don't peanut me.
We don't burn crosses, Mary Elizabeth. We light them in glory to God.
You disgust me.
And your nigger friend disgusts me. Always has.
Collier!
You come near my family again, and I will kill you, old man. You got that?
Collier!
Come on, shoot.
Collier.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. Then my wild, beautiful bird, you will have flown. It isn't now. I'll be gone alone.
They'd tell us if he was dead, wouldn't they?
Miss Decaf?
Once when I was 6, he took me to the circus. I loved it. Clowns, elephants, acrobats. And then the monkeys came out. He said they were unshaved niggers. I despise him. I wish he needed my kidney or my blood or something so I could just laugh in his face.
Mary Elizabeth.
What in the world happened? Is Jimmy all right?
I don't know. Doctors hadn't come out yet.
He was having some chest pains and trouble breathing, so we thought we should bring him on in.
Why were you over there?
He burned a cross on our front yard.
What?
Your brother burned a cross in our front yard.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, no, it was quite spectacular. What was it, Collier? What would you say it was, about 8 feet? Turned into a block party. The neighbors came over, brought lawn chairs. Everybody was having so much fun. We hope he burns another one next week.
Mary Elizabeth, why in hell would Jimmy want to do something like that?
He's your brother, I don't know.
Both of you, stop it.
Why are you taking his side?
That article you wrote could have upset a lot of people.
Yeah, did it upset you, Daddy?
I said stop it.
Somebody take me home.
It's alive. Ask him about the cross. He'll brag about it.
You okay, Jimmy?
Yeah, doctor says I can go.
What was it?
Nothing but a little heart flutter. Kids and I were talking, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, got a little dizzy spell and tumbled right over. Isn't that right, Peanut?
It's not exactly how I remember it.
Mr. O'Brien?
Perfect.
He suffered an episode of cardiac arrhythmia. He's going to be fine, although I don't think he should spend the night alone. Don't forget your prescription.
You're staying the night with us, and that's that. Come on.
You're gonna let him stay with you?
What do you want me to do, Mary Elizabeth?
Catherine?
I want you to tell me how you're gonna sleep tonight knowing that the man who risked the lives of your grandchildren is sleeping in the room next to you.
You coming, Catherine?
Juggle my morning. I need at least, let me see, an hour to get myself together. Now what? No, not you, Lakeisha. I'll see you in a little bit. Coming! I said I'm coming!
Hey, baby.
Bill! Oh, I missed you! So much has happened.
Coffee on? I wish I'd have been there.
Me too.
Well, I'll find out who's on the case and see what I can dig up.
Would you?
Well, of course. I'm here for you, baby. You know that. I'm still finding it hard to believe that Mary Elizabeth has an uncle in the Klan. Ooh. You smell good.
I missed you. I didn't know you were coming back so early.
I know. Damn plane didn't land till after 9.
9? It's only 8:15.
Last night. 9 o'clock last night.
You got back last night? Why didn't you call?
I was wiped, baby, but I'm not wiped now. What's wrong?
I need to get ready for work. You better go.
Renee, what's going on here, all right? You were humming a minute ago.
Humming? I'm not a carburetor, Bill. And a minute ago, I didn't know you'd been home 12 hours and hadn't called.
I didn't come over here to fight, Renee.
I know. You came over to have sex.
Look, I came over here to celebrate. I got the homicide promotion. But you seem more interested in who called who last. You know what? Maybe I should just leave you alone for a while.
Go away, Emmy. Come on, we got something that's gonna cheer you up. What? Well, you gotta come and get it. Ah, it's a rat! It's a hamster! Ah! Now look what you've done. You're never gonna find them. Will it help if you look too? I don't want to look. I hope it's lost forever.
Well, I searched high and low and I can't find him. Now, come on, Renee. Your mother has lunch ready. You two want to stay?
Oh, no thanks, Mr. Jackson. Let's go to Woolworths and get our hamster money back. You have to have the hamster for that, Mary Elizabeth.
We'll leave the door open when you leave, Mary Elizabeth. Maybe that hamster will find his way back to Woolworths all by himself.
Well, come on, let's go. I know you're sad because you can't move back to Detroit. But I'm not. I'm glad you're staying. Leave the door open. Sorry.
Renee, eat your lunch.
Only if Daddy promises not to leave the house today.
I won't do that, Renee.
Sweet potatoes dead.
Thanks, son.
Eat. Your hunger strike isn't going to change anything.
Either is Daddy getting killed.
That's enough.
How come you have to be the one to get in the job?
I don't have to. I want to. Birmingham has never had a Negro policeman, and Willie Talbot came to me for help. Now, if he has the courage to do this, so do I.
Every time Daddy argues the segregation law, he wins. Nothing bad is gonna happen.
Willie will pick me up, we'll go to court, the judge will rule in my favor. Then we'll go to the police station, and Willie will register to take the civil service exam.
Then how come you said you had to be there? You're afraid Daddy's gonna get hurt too, aren't you?
I want to see your daddy in court.
Nobody's gonna hurt me, Renee. And even if they did, it wouldn't matter. Sometimes what's at stake is more important than being safe.
If it's so safe, I can come too, right?
Any more questions, Smarty Pants?
One. Do hamsters bite?
Hey! Ow! You almost took my hand off.
Did you get any sleep? Man, I feel like I got hit by a truck.
I got about a half hour. The whole time I dreamed you'd join the Klan, white sheets and all.
Nice. One egg?
Chickens are having a cash flow problem, remember? Collier, you ever think that maybe we're doing something wrong here?
Now, don't go there.
No, really, think about it. The FBI has been on a front lawn all night. My parents have opened a home for wayward Hitlers. Our credit cards are maxed out. We have no money coming in. Our whole life is a mess.
Too bad Jimmy didn't burn down the house to be able to collect on the insurance.
Got a match?
No, but I got a better idea. Now, promise me you won't freak out.
Oh, Collier, have you ever seen me freak out?
Mary Elizabeth, I'm serious.
I sit before you a hotbed of emotional health.
I have given this a lot of thought, and what I think we should do is take out a second mortgage.
Are you out of your mind? No. What are you thinking?
We could pay off all the credit cards, carry my crew for another 2 months, and have enough to tide us over until I finish this job.
But wouldn't that just be digging deeper and deeper into debt?
What we need is cash, that's all.
I guess the worst thing that could happen is we lose the house. Hi, honey. How you feeling?
I'm still kind of creeped out. It makes me so mad. I want to do something. I hate people who think like that.
Let's see. You hate people who hate. There's something not quite right with that picture.
Did you get any sleep?
Seeing that stuff Davis found on the internet last night. Talk about hate.
What stuff?
He got on your Uncle Jimmy's website. It was disgusting, Mom. One egg? That is so sad.
It's more than some people have. Davis? Davis?
Coming. What are you doing? I'm just playing around.
On hate sites?
Your Uncle Jimmy is nuts, Mom.
Davis, I'm tired and I'm hungry and I'm angry, and I don't want to take it out on you. That said, I will not have you fooling around on these hate sites. I don't want that filth in my house.
How else am I supposed to find out about this stuff?
Like any normal human being, just ask. I will talk to you about anything, but I don't want this garbage in my house. And you're sitting too close anyway. Your retinas are going to detach. Now come have breakfast.
I think you should see this first. It's from his website. It's a hit list.
A what?
A hit list. And these names on it.
And my mother's name and her phone number and the schedule of her prayer meetings at the church.
I told you it was a nutcase. This is it, Renee. I think you should just leave town. Just get your mother and go.
No way. This is exactly what I need.
Huh?
To nail your uncle's ass.
You ever heard of the Birmingham Pledge, Mom?
To what?
The Birmingham Pledge. If every person signed it and believed in it, there wouldn't be any more racism.
Oh, I wish it was that easy.
Well, I signed it. Do you want to?
Sure.
Hey, Mom. Grandpa's here.
Hello, Daddy.
We need to talk.
Okay.
FBI came over yesterday, talked to Jimmy. He said he didn't know anything about it.
Well, I'm glad that's taken care of.
This morning, Renee served him papers. You know she's suing him?
You know he threatened her and Sarah?
Where do you get these crazy ideas?
Crazy. Davis found these on the internet. The first one is a hit list with Renee and Sarah's names, addresses, and telephone numbers. The rest of them are just, you know, your everyday run-of-the-mill hate sites like Did You Patrol or GodHatesHomos.com or my own personal favorite, the Nigger Joke Center. Trust me, none of those are funny. The organization that puts all this out is called New Patriotism, and your brother's name is on every one of them.
You've hated him ever since you were a little girl.
And you have been making excuses for him your whole life. You stand there and you tell me that it is okay for him to be a racist. I want to hear you say that.
I can't change the way my brother thinks. And I don't condone it either. He knows that. But he's my brother. And that'll never change.
This is what the man staying at your house believes, Daddy. And this is what your 13-year-old grandson was reading at breakfast.
You need to think long and hard about this family and how you fit into it. You understand me, Mary Elizabeth?
Of course, Lowenstein wants me to let it go. He's also out of his mind.
But he's represented Jimmy O'Brien's organization before, Renee, and he's won every time.
That's because the First Amendment is Lowenstein's specialty. Don't get me wrong, he's a great attorney. If my father were alive, they'd probably work together.
Wouldn't a list of names found on the internet be protected by the First Amendment?
Absolutely. But that isn't what I'm going to be arguing. I filed an action against James O'Brien alleging tort of outrage.
Oh, I never heard that one.
It's about intolerable behavior in a civilized society, and as far as I'm concerned, even Jimmy O'Brien's breathing is intolerable. I can't wait to chew this one up.
Then spit it out.
Absolutely. Hello? Hi. What? Don't touch it, Mama.
Just old dead crow.
With its head cut off.
Lord, you think we'd be past this by now.
Regardless, pack a bag. You're staying with me tonight.
After what that man did to us 30 years ago, this doesn't scare me.
Mama, pack.
I think it's a good idea, Mrs. Jackson. You want me to take care of that for you?
I can handle it. Shoot. If it was a chicken, I'd cook it up.
What did O'Brien do 30 years ago?
Let's just say I breathed a sigh of relief every night my father came home alive.
No, Renee, I don't know how you did it. I don't think I could expose my kids to a life like that.
It was hard. On him and us.
I heard about Bull Connor and the march on downtown Birmingham. I think I went fishing that day. It wasn't a part of my life.
It was a part of mine every single day.
Look, you, in this case, I'm just not comfortable with you doing it.
I can't change my life just to make you more comfortable, Bill.
Renee, it isn't safe.
Sometimes what's at stake is more important than being safe.
It's ironic that Willie Talbot is willing to put his life on the line, because he's also willing to put his life on the line again as a Birmingham policeman. In this city, as a Negro, it is an unprecedented request. Not so in many other cities in our country. Since the 1870s, Negroes have been on the police forces in several states. South Carolina, Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Washington, D.C., and yes, Alabama, in Montgomery, Mobile, and Selma. In fact, at this very minute, a Negro by the name of Lloyd George Seeley has achieved the rank of captain in the New York City Police Department. Now, as a Negro policeman, Willie Talbot will enforce the law, just as any other Birmingham police officer. But the segregation law has been repealed, and this court's no longer required to enforce it. Just last week in Washington, D.C., President Johnson stood before the Congress and said,
You are lucky the judge ruled in your daddy's favor, Renee.
Yes, Mama.
That hamster could have ruined everything for him.
I didn't know it was there.
People respect your daddy. His work is important. Very important.
Did you see it looking up at him?
Well, well, well. If it isn't Mrs. James Jackson and child.
Was I speeding, officer?
Oh, no. You were going nice and slow, just the way we like it. It's your husband who seems to be moving too fast. Get out of the car, Mrs. Jackson. I said get out. Leave the engine running. Yeah, Lordy, Lord, Lord. Look at that. A running car with no driver. You, scoot on over here behind the wheel. Good. Oh, that's good. Looks like your little licorice legs could reach that gas pedal if they had to. Well, now, look at the mess that your husband's got you in now. Who is this man? The one who wants to be a cop?
I don't know his name.
What's he look like?
Tall. He's tall, I think.
And what makes him different from any cop that Birmingham has ever seen?
He's a Negro.
You got the first letter right. Now try it again. I'd really hate for this gun to accidentally go off.
Mama.
What is he?
He's a nigger.
Just like you, right? Then say it. I said say it.
Just say it, Mama, please.
Nigger. I'm a nigger.
You're a smart lady, Mrs. Jackson. Now go home and make your husband smart, too.
Here,
What's this?
a subpoena. If you'll be there tomorrow at 9, I'll walk you through it. Have a good night.
Hey! I got something for you, too. You have a good night.
What was that?
What the hell is this?
I need you to go on record testifying that Jimmy threatened my life. Do you have a problem with that?
What I have a problem with is you slapping me with a subpoena. Why didn't you just ask me?
Because he's your family, Emmy. I couldn't take any chances, all right?
Your family, too, Renee. I'd love to testify, but could we just talk a little
No
bit
more talk, no more research, no more trying to understand my life or walk a mile in my moccasins or any of that crap. Be in court at 9 o'clock. Can you handle that?
Absolutely. I think you know what you can do with that.
Decaf, right?
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to sleep tonight anyway.
I remember the way your daddy got night before court. Nervous, nervous, nervous.
Nature of the beast, I guess.
Oh, you remember when he fought for that first Birmingham policeman?
How could I forget?
If it weren't for him, Bill, you might not even be a policeman in Birmingham today. Oh, it was something. Crowds waking us up in the middle of the night.
Death threats, bricks thrown through the living room window.
Scary, scary times. Ah, you'll do just fine tomorrow, Renee. Your daddy will be there in spirit. Night, children. Bill, don't you keep up too late. Tonight's a school night.
Good night, Mama.
Good night, Mrs. Jackson. You're really nervous about tomorrow, aren't you?
I just have a lot of work to do.
Understandable, you know.
I haven't been frightened in court in years. Tomorrow I'm questioning the man who has haunted me since I was 10 years old. Part of me can't wait. Part of me is terrified.
Anything I can do?
Bill, not now.
You know, I don't know if it's because you're consumed by this case or if it's because you're just not interested anymore, but I don't know how to be there for you.
What are you talking about?
Right now, I would like to come to you. I would like to put my arms around you because I love you, but in all honesty, I'm afraid to touch you.
Why?
Well, because you might push me away. It might be the wrong time, or maybe I didn't phone when I should, or have the tone in my voice that you wanted.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
You know, we used to love making love. Hell, we used to love having sex, huh? Wait now. Your mother is upstairs.
I have an idea.
Yeah, that was good, you know. It was spontaneous and all. It was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I'll walk you to your car.
No, that's all right. I've got some papers I need to go over, and about tomorrow, I don't.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
forgot.
kids,
I
they
have
sprung
to.
a surprise on me tomorrow. I'll call you later, okay?
I'll call you too. Please tell the court if you've had any recent conversations with your uncle where my name came up.
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled. And she's not leading, she's getting to the point. You may answer the question.
Yes, your name came up.
What did he say?
He said, I had a chance to kill that little nigger a long time ago, and the one good thing about getting older is you have a chance to correct your mistakes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Counsel, care to cross? Mr. Lowenstein, do you wish to cross-examine this witness?
You bet I do. Afternoon, Mrs. Sims.
Good afternoon.
Now, you went back to see your uncle again, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And what was the happy occasion this time?
He burned a cross on my front yard.
And you know for a fact Mr. O'Brien did it.
Trust me, he did it.
Have the police been able to prove it?
No.
The FBI investigated the case. Did they prove Mr. O'Brien burned the cross?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Truth is, the FBI shelved the investigation due to lack of evidence, correct?
I didn't know that.
Mrs. Sims, would you say your husband has a history of violence?
Collier? I've seen him carry spiders out of the house.
Answer the question.
No.
But on the night in question, you saw your husband grab Mr. O'Brien by the shoulders and violently slam him up against the wall, didn't you? The truth is, your husband threatened to kill Mr. O'Brien.
Objection,
Your husband
Your
was
Honor.
more concerned about insects than he is a 75-year-old family member
Your Honor, this
with
is
a heart
outrageous.
condition. Grabbed your uncle by the shoulders, threw him up against the wall, and said if he ever got near your family again, he'd kill him.
Your Honor, please. Collier Sims is not on trial here today. Whatever events did or did not transpire on the evening that he and Mrs. Sims went to see Mr. O'Brien, they are irrelevant.
Sustained.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have nothing further.
Can I go now?
We'll take a 15-minute recess.
You okay?
Yeah, great.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You hung me out to dry.
I didn't think
Did
that
you see my mother? Did you see my father? Did you even see me out there?
I'm sorry if this is an inconvenience to your family compared to your mother's nerves and your father's denial. A decapitated crow on my mother's front porch and my life being threatened probably seem insignificant.
Oh, that's rich, Renee.
I'm putting you back on the stand.
Why don't you just take me out and shoot me?
Never again, Sarah. Never. Just might be time to say goodbye to Birmingham.
I think it's time Jimmy O'Brien said goodbye to his white ass. That's what I think.
Don't, Elston. James, we were all frightened. But if we pack our bags and leave Birmingham, Jimmy O'Brien will have won. Is that what you want?
He can't win, Daddy.
You said it didn't matter if you got hurt, that sometimes what's at stake is more important. Why is it different for me and Mama?
She's right, James.
Okay. But if we stay, it's to fight the fight. We can't crawl under the white man's rug and disappear into the night.
We need to let the town know what happened.
That's going to cause a lot of trouble. Is this family ready for that?
How can they print such lies?
What kind of lies?
You don't need to know. And don't sit so close to the television. Your retinas will detach.
Mama, can I wear your evening in Paris? Luke just loves evening in Paris.
One spritz.
Don't you look pretty in pink?
Thank you, Uncle Jimmy.
Is this true what they say?
Hell no.
Ms. Jackson alleges the two officers stopped her and her daughter for reasons of racial provocation only.
Pretty big words for a nigger.
So, Renee uses big words. Colors are always making up big words and using them wrong. It's just one more way they're trying to imitate us. Mama, are you sure this dress doesn't make me look too advantageous?
It's precious.
What are you going to do about these Jackson lies, Jimmy?
There isn't one of us downtown that isn't up in arms about this. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the whole department didn't just up and make a house call to the Jacksons. You know what I mean?
It was very clear what he meant.
Were you frightened?
Yes.
And 3 days later, a cross was burned on your front yard.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that you went to see your uncle that night to assure your own personal safety? Your intent was not to attack him, correct?
Correct.
At that time, did Mr. O'Brien say anything else about me?
Mm-hmm. He said that nigger disgusted me and always has.
On that note, I'd like to call Jimmy O'Brien to the stand. You are proud of the New Patriotism and its websites, aren't you, Mr. O'Brien?
I'm just one of many members, and yes, I take pride.
Even when Mary Elizabeth Sims... Even when you found out that your brother's 13-year-old grandson was reading them?
Boy has to hear the truth somewhere. Besides, that's nothing more than a published list protected by the First Amendment. I'd read any one of those letters in this courtroom and hold my head up high.
Really? Which one would you like to read?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Homosexuals, blacks, Jews, Asians, pick one.
This one is our love letter to the Aryan white Christian people.
Love letter to white Christians or hate letter to everybody else?
This isn't about hate. I got a Jew lawyer there, don't I?
Objection? I guess not.
This is about love of the white race whose survival is in serious jeopardy of having its gene pool contaminated by mud people.
They imply racial superiority?
Absolutely. Of the total white Christian Aryan people, only 8% of us is left in this world.
Are left. You said 8% is. 8% is plural, not singular, so are would be the correct verb.
Your Honor.
He's claiming superiority. He can start with his grammar. The next paragraph is a quote from the self-proclaimed Aryan ambassador, Louis Beam. Read it.
We are in a war for our very existence, a war we cannot win except by killing our enemies.
The next paragraph is a list of people that you term contaminants.
That's right. People with the power to contaminate the gene pool.
Could you read the 8th name on that list?
Sarah Jackson.
My mother is over 65 years old, Mr. O'Brien, far past the age of propagating mud people. And yet you have her name, address, and telephone number on a document suggesting that she is the enemy and should be killed.
Objection.
Overruled.
Where were you on the afternoon of April 17th, 1964?
Your Honor, I renew my discovery objection to this line of inquiry.
So noted. My ruling stays. Proceed.
Where were you on April 17th, 1964?
I have no idea.
Let me refresh your memory. You were in a courtroom. My father, James Jackson, was arguing on behalf of a mud person who wanted to become a Birmingham police officer. Ring a bell?
Now that you mention it.
And that afternoon, you pulled my mother over to the side of the road while one of your puppets made her call herself a nigger while he held a gun to my head.
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is testifying.
Overruled.
I didn't do anything that afternoon, and you know it.
Oh, but you enjoyed watching. Like you still enjoy watching my mother suffer. Like you still enjoy watching crosses burn.
We don't burn crosses.
But you do watch. Always watching, Mr. O'Brien. Never doing. Have you always sent others out to do your evil? Have you always been this spineless?
I don't always watch, you fancy-ass, high-heeled nigger.
You hate me, don't you, Mr. O'Brien?
Yes. I hate you. And that's not illegal either.
That's true. But you went from hating to hurting. And God bless Alabama, because in this state, hurting is illegal. Putting people on hit lists suggesting that they be murdered has nothing to do with the First Amendment.
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
It has everything to do with outrageous behavior not to be tolerated in a civilized society. If this jury finds otherwise, they have become one of you. And if that is the case, who is next? Them their children,
Objection,
their
Your
families,
Honor.
you, Mr. Lowenstein, or maybe...
Miss Jackson!
Maybe your brother's 13-year-old grandson.
Your daddy would have been proud of you in that courtroom today.
Did you notice that me wasn't there?
Well, can you blame her? Are you all right, Renee?
I think I'm losing Bill, Ma.
I know, baby. I can see it. But it's called getting to know each other, and it takes time. Now, I know you'll find this hard to believe, but I am glad you didn't rush into this.
You mean like take the Concorde and get married in Paris?
You'll be all right, Renee, no matter how this works out.
Can I stay with you tonight? Sleep in my own bed?
Of course you can.
I just can't stay in that house anymore. It's so lonely, and I keep waking up in the middle of the night. I haven't been like that since I was a child.
Daddy. Verdict in?
Not yet. I'd like to talk to you about Jimmy, Mary Elizabeth.
Daddy, I don't want to fight about this anymore.
Me either. You never knew Jimmy when he was a little boy.
If this is a story about him saving a puppy, I don't want to hear it.
Mary Elizabeth, will you give me a chance? I was 5, he was 7. Mama was in Tuscaloosa taking care of her sister, and Daddy started drinking a lot, gambling, coming home drunk and mad. Take it out on Jimmy most. We had a black maid, called her Sugar Mama. That whole summer, Daddy'd come home, wake us all up, make us scrub the floors and wash clothes. And sometimes he'd take Sugar Mama into the library. We could hear her screaming. I don't know if it was the beating that changed Jimmy or if it was seeing our daddy treat Sugar Mama the way he did, but after that summer, he was never the same.
And what did Grandma Otis do when she came home?
I don't really know. Daddy left 3 days later, and we never saw him again.
And what happened to Sugar Mama?
She lived with us till she died. Jimmy's not ever gonna change, Mary Elizabeth.
He might. If he thought the people he loved wouldn't tolerate his hate.
Mary Elizabeth, this isn't easy for me either. I told you this because I want you to understand.
I don't.
Could you at least try?
No.
Honey, I know you hate shopping, but picture this. Stuffed artichokes.
They may choke Artie, but they ain't gonna choke me.
Excuse me?
Little rascals. They may choke Artie, but they ain't gonna choke me. Remember?
I never liked that show.
Yeah, well, I never liked artichokes. All that trouble for that little itty-bitty piece of food, and you always get pricked by that stuff inside.
Fine. Why don't you pick something else?
Broccoli's good.
Broccoli? Broccoli's no way to celebrate.
Can we do this some other time? I want to get back to the station early, make some calls.
I guess so. How about Tuesday night?
Tuesday. That's the night some guys are having a thing for me.
Oh, great. I can't wait to meet everyone in Homicide.
Yeah, well, it's just the guys, Renee. It's a cop thing. Sorry.
You got a new partner yet?
Yeah, I got a new partner, I got a new desk, I got everything but a homicide.
Or Bill.
Hey, why don't we just do this tonight?
Why don't we just call the whole thing off?
Or we could, go out to eat instead of going to all this trouble.
I mean, why don't we just call the whole thing off between us if it's so much trouble?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what we haven't been talking about. The elephant in the middle of the room. If this is over between us, one of us should have the courage to say so.
If it was over, we both have the courage to say it. Right? Look, I'm just preoccupied, that's all. Don't worry. I'll let you know if it's over.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. Then my wild, beautiful bird, you
heck are you doing?
Freezing temptation. Ever since we got these cards paid off, they have just been sitting in my wallet yelling, zero balance. Zero balance.
When I get paid for that Jack Davison job, you can thaw them all out.
Yeah? You call it collection agency again?
Heck with a collection agency. If I don't get a check by the end of the week, I'm going down there and kick some serious butt.
Well, you have to get in line behind me.
We're out of cereal, Shug.
Well, that's okay. We're out of milk, too. There's a loaf of bread in the freezer.
Frozen bread?
Well, I was waiting until that check of yours cleared before I went back to the store. I feel like I've been robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Everything's gonna work out. We just have to have faith.
Yeah, well, as long as nobody gets sick, the washer doesn't break down, no space junk fall through the ceiling.
Morning.
Bye.
Hey, is Davis up?
Duh, it's Sunday morning. His usual mysterious illness kicked in.
He's got the I don't want to go to mass-itis. I know, I invented it.
Guess what? Jason got a new car. He is giving me a deal on his VW, only $800.
You don't need a car. You already got a chauffeur.
Thanks. Besides, nobody around here has $800.
He said I could pay $50 a month. That's nothing.
What about gas, insurance, the radiator blows? Who's going to end up paying for that? Your dad and me. $87.56.
But I already told Jason yes.
Well, you're just going to have to call Jason back and tell him no. Look at this. The Virgin Mary's appearing on a water tower in Kansas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't take this check. You're on the list.
What list?
On the list of people I can't take checks from. I'm sorry.
It was just one check a month ago.
Well, do you have a credit card?
Yeah, in my freezer. Can you give me a little break here?
Well, I could take cash.
Mom, come on. Can we just go?
Here. We'll just take this.
Who do you think's more beautiful? Elizabeth Taylor or Sophia Loren?
Elizabeth Taylor. Her eyes are less pointy at the edges.
Oh, and is she going to get married and stay married? It's Taylor.
Mama, have you seen my radio?
No, sugar, I haven't.
Well, they're playing the new Beach Boys song. Yeah, and whoever hears it and calls in wins $100 in cash.
Oh, that is far too revealing.
It is not.
I will get the pageant regulations and show you. Over the kneecap and not more than 5 inches below the nape of the neck. I thought I told you that.
Oh, there it is. Look, Renee, I found it. It's a beautiful dress.
Thank you. You can come in and take a quick look if you want. But you better hurry before my mama gets back.
What's that on your arm?
Well, Miss Fishback was probably in the concentration camp. They tattooed people to identify them.
Well, when I went to camp, I had to sew my name in every single piece of underwear.
Well, not that kind of camp. More like a prison. People were sent to them during the Second World War.
Why?
Because they were Jewish. And Hitler hated the Jews. Many people died in those camps.
How'd they die?
Starvation, disease. Well, they made people slaves and then they worked them to death. Surviving that, Miss Fishback must have a guardian angel.
Was your friend Richard in a camp?
No. But his parents were. Maybe that's why he's so involved in the movement.
My Uncle Jimmy said he had no right to come down here and make trouble.
He wasn't making trouble. He was registering voters. We haven't heard from him for a while.
How come people are always against the Jews? My Uncle Jimmy says they killed Christ.
The Romans killed Christ. And if he hadn't died for us, we wouldn't have salvation, right?
And Jesus was Jewish. He was not.
Yes, he was.
Well, then how come he didn't have one of those funny hats?
Well, he might have. We don't know.
I know, because we've got a picture of him right in my den. He's got long brown hair and blue eyes. Or what does Jesus look like, Richard? Where's that picture of him, Mama?
He's your boyfriend.
It's not. Probably just needs some new batteries. Why do they wear those hats anyway?
I'm not exactly sure.
Mrs. Fishbeck. I'm sure she knows a lot about being Jewish.
Do you mind? I think I've had just about enough organ music for today.
How was Mass?
Oh, fine. I said a rosary. Prayed for some kind of sign that everything's gonna be okay and we're not gonna end up living out of a shopping cart.
You guys need a loan to get you through this?
Not yet, but I do appreciate the offer. Wow, fresh herbs. I'm impressed.
I don't know why I'm going through all this trouble for somebody who's really starting to piss me off.
How? You hardly got a chance to see him since he got that promotion.
Exactly. I mean, he's putting everything into his work. There's nothing left for me.
Why don't you take your own advice and go for counseling?
But that macho cop crap, he won't go.
Maybe your horoscope could shed some light. Let's see. Aries. Take time to inject excitement into work projects so boredom doesn't set in. Love relationships may be strained. Take the bull by the horns and let him or her know you care. Not bad advice.
That could fit 9 out of 10 people. What does yours say?
Scorpio, you're feeling down in the dumps, but have no fear. Things will turn around by mid-month when Venus enters Scorpio. Finances take an upward turn. Finish overdue project. That's it. That's my sign. Do you believe it?
Do you?
I believe almost anything now.
Well, I got one thing right. How is that overdue project?
I'm on chapter 2.
You've been on chapter 2 for 6 months.
It's a long chapter.
Hello? Hi. You're kidding. Okay. Okay. Just got his first homicide. He's thrilled.
Well, that is thrilling. At least for him.
Somebody's been murdered, and I'm feeling sorry for myself because my big dinner is off.
Why don't you bring it to him? Take the bull by the horns and let him know you care. I do it for Collier.
That's different.
How?
Because that's you. It's not my style.
Hey.
This was a bad idea, wasn't it?
Well, no. It's fine. I'm just a little too pumped up to eat right now. We had another one of those home invasions, second one this month.
Really?
Yeah, they killed an old lady over in Fairfield. At this time, we got a witness, called 911, but now she's too spooked to talk.
She wants a lawyer. I said, honey, you are not a suspect. You're a witness.
Renee, this is Audrey, my new partner. Audrey Renee Jackson, my fiance.
The lawyer?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here. Listen, how would you like to hold this lady's hand for 5 minutes while we get her to describe these pea brains?
Bill?
Yeah, that would be great. It would help us out a lot.
Here, you want me to hold that?
The sauce is in the little container. Help yourself.
I got home from work and saw the truck in her driveway. A blue pickup truck with 3 men inside. They looked right at me before they drove off. I saw some broken windows, called the police. I had no idea.
Did you know the woman they killed?
Mrs. Wilcox. We only moved in 2 years ago. She was a doll. Took care of my little girls sometimes.
Did they see anything?
No, thank God. They were at my mom's house. They're still there.
Why did you want a lawyer?
Those men. They know I saw them. What if they come back? What about my girls?
I'm sure the police will find them, especially after your description.
I don't know. Do I have to tell them what I saw?
No. But if you don't, those men could kill someone else.
Can I think about it?
She doesn't want to give you a statement tonight. She needs to think over her options.
What? The trail's getting cold while she thinks about it?
It's simple. She tells us what the damn killers look like. Tall, short, white, black, old, young. Those are the options.
Actually, she has one more. She doesn't have to talk to you at all.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Nice going.
What are you doing in here at 6 a.m. in the morning?
I'm writing my novel. Collier, the weirdest thing happened this morning. When I got out of the shower, the steam on the mirror looked exactly like the outline of the Virgin Mary, I swear.
What'd she say? Don't forget to floss?
Very funny. It was a sign.
Yeah, sign you're losing it.
A sign to keep writing. And then, when I came downstairs, there was a $5 bill right there under my word processor. That means my novel's gonna make a lot of money.
Right. And here's Mary in my cereal bowl. Look, she's waving.
Shut up.
Hey, better get that. It's probably her. Oh.
Read this.
Well, he's got a nice butt, I'll say that for him.
I haven't seen it since last night when I let a star witness walk out the station.
Oh, that was smooth.
He asked for help. I just backfired.
Did he enjoy the pork roast?
You're gonna have to ask his partner. She took it.
She?
Neglected to mention that fact.
Oh, what kind of she? Smart, nice, sweet, funny?
Not funny.
Well, I definitely don't like the shoes.
She's at a crime scene. She was wearing heels at the station.
Heels?
Please don't go there.
Aren't you working today?
I was on my way, and then I had a little episode. I don't know if I'm jealous of the job, of her. But I was ready to call the whole thing off. Tell me that my doubts are ridiculous.
Your doubts are ridiculous. Is she married? Hey, guess what I saw today?
What right do they have to put my name in there?
Did you talk to any reporters at the scene?
I can't believe this. Now the killers know where I live and my name.
Do you have a safe place to stay until they find them?
Find them? They're in jail. Didn't Detective Moody tell you he caught 2 of them?
No. He didn't.
At a pawn shop. They want me to do a lineup.
Jody, I don't know if you realized it last night, but Detective Moody and I are involved. Representing you could be a conflict of interest.
How? If you were my lawyer, you would do what's best for me, wouldn't you?
Of course. You must know some other lawyer.
No, I want you. If I talk to the police, I want some protection. I'm supposed to be there in an hour.
Where is she?
She's not coming. I tried calling the DA to explain everything.
Well, he was down here helping us organize a little show. Called 6 Guys Standing Against a Wall.
They could take a break.
I'll let you deal with this.
Renee, you cannot represent her.
Why not?
It's an obvious conflict of interest.
You should have thought of that before you pushed me into a room with her.
You were supposed to hold her hand, not lead her out the door.
You're trying to tell me how to do my job?
This is my first homicide, Renee, and it's going great. Don't screw it up for me. Now, there's your man.
Renee Jackson. Carrie Ryan from the DA's office.
We need to talk. She saw 3 men. You have only 2. She wants protection for herself and her children.
I can't guarantee that. We never do.
Then how do you expect people to identify criminals?
They usually have a sense of civic responsibility.
What happens when that clashes with their sense of survival?
In extreme cases, we call the U.S. Attorney's office. That's only happened 2, maybe 3 times since I've been in the DA's office. The U.S. Attorney calls the FBI, who does the actual protecting.
So, in the 2 or 3 cases that you've seen, what exactly did the FBI do?
Relocation. They paid first, last month's rent, moving costs. An agent was assigned to the witness during the trial. Look, I know it's not the best situation, but it's all we've got.
Not the best, it's pathetic.
Why don't you show these to your client and see if she feels any better about IDing these guys?
You're trying to manipulate me or her?
2 people are dead and there's not a lot of physical evidence. 1 witness and I need her testimony. How can you let her walk away from that?
Easy. I don't want to see her ending up in one of these pictures.
Fine. How about this? She's a material witness now. If she doesn't give a statement tomorrow, I'll have her thrown in jail.
Hey, Mom.
Thanks for filling in this chauffeur, Collier.
Anything to let your genius flow.
Did you tell Jason no about the car?
I told him there were some questions.
Questions have little squiggly things at the end. No has a little dot, period.
Mom, you are being unreasonable.
You want me to call him?
Forget it. I'll tell him.
I got a call from Doug Stedler, accepted my bid, but I barely got enough to pay my crew through the month.
Can you pull some money out of the household account to keep yourself going?
Sure, as long as the mortgage companies are okay with not getting a house payment.
Take the job, Collier. Things are going to turn around soon.
How do you know? Because some steam on the bathroom mirror?
And my horoscope. There are signs everywhere.
You know what I think? The chemicals in this room are seeping into your brain.
All done by the hand.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And so are you.
Take it off, please.
Remember to keep it at the knee. Why don't we go over the practice questions?
Not again.
Why would you like to be Miss Magnolia?
Because it's a great stepping stone to bigger pageants.
Wrong. You would like this crown because it would be a great honor.
Where are you from, Mrs. Fishback?
Oh, no place you ever heard of.
Germany?
No. I was in Brooklyn before I came here.
If you could meet anyone in the world, who would it be?
The President of the United States, Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Very good. Even if he is a Texan.
Why do Jewish people wear those funny hats?
You want I should kibitz or you want I should finish the dress, huh?
What's a kibish?
Who do you admire more than anyone else?
The Pope?
Excellent. Why?
Well, I don't know. Do I have to give a reason?
Have you ever seen your guardian angel?
No, dear. I have no angel.
But God gave us each a guardian angel.
You're very sweet. But believe me, there are no angels. And there is no God.
Of course there's a God. Where'd you hear that? Mrs. Fishback. She also said that there's no such thing as angels. That's ridiculous. Oh, stupid thing. Well, what if she's telling the truth? What if they made the whole thing up? If there's no God, how did all those miracles happen? What miracles? The loaves and the fishes, and when Jesus walked on water. God can do anything. Even make these malt balls turn into baby hamsters? Probably could. Why would he want to? Just show us he's there. Doesn't he want us to believe in him? Yeah. Well, then he should prove it to us. At least think of something good in me. Nothing to do with hamsters. He could make my radio work so that we could hear the Beach Boys and win $100. Okay, that's good. I guess we just pray for it. You do it. Heavenly Father, please make this radio work. Amen. Why don't we give him until tomorrow?
Unless it's an organized crime case, the FBI won't make any promises. You'd get whatever manpower they were willing to allocate during the trial.
That's not good enough. What if I won't testify?
It's a little different now that they have suspects. They could hold you as a material witness.
So I'd be in jail and the killers could go free?
I don't think the DA's office would do it. The defense attorney would use your refusal to testify to their advantage.
Where would I move?
Somewhere in the Birmingham area. It wouldn't be permanent. Your girls would transfer to another school. They'd give you a new name.
But we still have the same faces. Someone could find us.
That's a remote possibility, but the suspects aren't exactly brain surgeons. It's a difficult choice you have to make.
What do you think I should do?
I don't know.
Mrs. Wilcox's daughter called me today. And I told her I'd do whatever I could. There's one more thing I need. I don't have a will.
Buddy?
Don't worry, Renee. It's just me. It's me.
Bill, what are you doing here?
Hi. Is this little red light still supposed to be on?
I was just dialing the police.
You said you'd be up. I wouldn't let him drive.
Thanks.
That's really unnecessary.
I think I better take off.
You know, it was a great party. You should have come along after all. I mean, there was plenty of women there.
Good night.
Oof, what a night. Totally exhausted.
Want me to drop you off?
No, I think I'm gonna stay over.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Why not?
Because I'd like to clock you right about now. You barge in on me in the middle of the night and scare me half to death. What is wrong with you?
You barge into my first case and mess it up. What's wrong with you?
Oh, so you're gonna go down that road? Because I will get off right here.
All right, let's forget it. All right, let's just go to bed.
I'll get you some sheets. You can sleep on the sofa.
I am not sleeping on a sofa.
Then I will take you home.
Look, don't put yourself out, all right? I'll call a cab.
So he shows up, half crocked, expecting me to be waiting with open arms or legs or whatever.
Well, you can't blame him for trying. It's just instinct. Well, not on the roses.
Buddy, she's been acting so strange lately. Stranger.
Well, dogs pick up on your mood. Scout always knows when I'm depressed. Comes and rubs his butt up against me.
So if a dog can figure out when I'm pissed off, why can't a man? I tell you, I finally made an appointment with that therapist. I gotta talk to somebody objective about my doubts.
You can talk to me.
You're not objective, you're on my side.
How do you know?
Because you better be.
Can I take a picture of that?
No, you may not.
Hey, this looks like Jason's car. You see anything around here I can stick down there and jimmy it open with?
I am not gonna stand here while you get caught for breaking and entering.
That's okay. My armpits.
I can't believe you.
Mm-hmm. A program from their last play.
What difference does it make if it is Jason's car?
Because if she bought it from him and is hiding it around the corner from the house, she's going to be looking at the butt end of a queen bee. Hey, look at this.
What?
This bird poop.
What about it?
Does it look like a dollar sign to you?
No.
Sure it does. Right there.
I'm gonna give you the name of that therapist. She's supposed to be very good.
Huh.
What if he did it? I'll be scared. No one will believe us. We can't tell anyone. Why not? It might be a sin what we did. You think everything is a sin in me. I do not. You do too. Like letting the communion wafer touch your front tooth. That is a sin. Sister Mary Frances said so. It is not. I just chew them right up. I changed my mind. I'm not doing this. What? Give it to me. Leave it alone. I want to see what happened. Not playing. You don't blame me if you end up in hell, Renee Jackson. Hi, Mom.
Hey, baby, you're late. Did you ever get that radio to work?
Nope. I'll give it back tomorrow.
Oh, your father will be here any minute.
Good evening, Birmingham. It's 6 o'clock and time for the news. Today, the body of Richard Stein, a Jewish civil rights agitator from New York, was found in a cotton field outside Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Stein had been missing for 3 months and was assumed the victim of foul play. The police have no suspects at the present.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Why don't they arrest Emmy's Uncle Jimmy? He is the one who killed Richard.
But you don't know that for certain.
Well, I'm gonna go tell he's dead, and it's her family's fault.
No, you aren't. You're not leaving this house.
I am, too.
Don't you disobey me, young lady. Now you go to your room and stay there till you learn how to behave. Renee Joella Jackson!
Hi. Come on in.
Okay, but I can't stay. My shift's not over. I just wanted to bring you these.
Thank you. They're lovely.
For Buddy. Look, I'm sorry for being such a jerk yesterday. I've got a lot of pressure on me, and I'm not handling it as well as I should.
Thank you for saying that.
I know things have been tough lately, and I want them to be better. No more elephants in the room.
There's one that's not going away anytime soon. Jody Bishop.
I thought they moved her across town.
Yes, but they haven't assigned an agent to her, and you still have another suspect out there.
The other two are not going to give him up. Maybe we should play it safe and stay away from that subject.
All right? But I don't want to play it safe all the time. I want us to be able to talk about anything.
Me too. Look, I wanted to ask you, can I come with you to that counselor thing?
Kelly? Are you home yet?
I'm doing my homework. What?
Did you buy Jason's car?
No. I told him you wouldn't let me.
Then what's it doing parked right around the corner?
How should I know?
Shall I call him and find out for myself?
Go right ahead.
You okay?
No. Mail came. Davidson went bankrupt. We're not getting the check.
How can he do that?
Well, we're just another one of his creditors. Read the list.
Well, what are we gonna do?
I have no idea. We can go bankrupt, lose the house. I don't know. You know what they say, Shug? It has to get really dark for the stars to shine.
This is dark enough for me.
Tell me what I can do, Emmy. A loan, legal advice, whatever. Now it's your pride talking. I gotta go. I'll call you back later.
Yes, Mom.
Jody, what's wrong?
He found us.
She's gotten half a dozen hang-ups, and yesterday her daughter saw a car circle the block twice. You need to call the FBI and get an agent over there now. Okay, do I have your word on that? Thank you. Everything is going to be all right, Jody. The DA's office is going to get someone over there right away.
I can't go through with this.
I understand your concerns.
You don't understand anything. I can't do it. I won't. They can put me in jail if they want. That's it.
They're not going to put you in jail. They might put me there after this. Sit down, Jody. I'm going to help you out of this. After tomorrow, you won't have to worry again. Trust me. Just trust me. We've lost trust, basically. The first 5 months were incredible, barely a cross word. We got engaged. About a month ago, we decided to postpone the wedding.
And whose decision was that?
Bill wanted more time. I can't say I blame him.
More time for what?
There were just a lot of things that we didn't know about each other's lives. He's been married before, 10 years, so he's more cautious about making a long-term commitment. I think that's a good thing.
Did you and your ex-wife ever talk to anyone about your problems?
No.
Then I'm assuming that you want to do things differently this time. That by coming in today, you want to work on this relationship.
I guess so.
Okay. What areas seem to be causing the most friction between you?
You name it.
One of the things that's a problem between us is communication. I feel like he's not telling me things, important things.
Sometimes people leave out information as a way of avoiding conflict. Do you think that might be what's going on?
I'm not hiding anything. I'm busy. I got 2 kids I'm trying to raise. I just started a new job.
You didn't answer my question.
Actually, I have a question. Why did you come here today?
For you. What else?
How about for you? You're sitting there like a bump on a log. How about participating a little?
I'm too busy for this.
Am I crazy, or was that totally irrational?
You're not crazy. But you might have given him a little more time to respond, to let him participate in his own way.
What are you saying, that I'm controlling?
What do you think?
Maybe. I just felt so uncomfortable.
I know. In any event, he did answer the question.
Which one?
About avoiding conflict. Think you might be able to get him back in for another try?
I don't know if I want to.
Not everybody takes to counseling on the first try. You gotta get used to the lingo and
The lighting.
The self-reflection. He's not ready to dive in.
And how about you?
I've already made another appointment for next week.
Good girl. What are you going to do about Mr. Bill?
Invite him over for coffee, tie him to a chair, and make him talk.
Well, that's one approach.
I feel like I have two jobs, lawyer by day and fiance by night. At least I'm good at one of them.
Oh, stop being so hard on yourself. You know worse off than the rest of us.
I'm a walking disaster.
Well, tell me something. Seriously. Whose relationship would you trade for the one you got?
My parents.
Your parents? That was far from perfect. You know that.
All right. Tracy and Hepburn and Adam's Rib.
Movies don't count. Look, what you're going through is going to make you stronger, tougher, better.
Great. I can join the army.
You'll get through it. We all do.
Can I ask you something? Why won't you let me help?
Because I care too much about our friendship for money to get in the way.
But you wouldn't have to pay me back right away. You could take a year if you want to.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we do end up living out of a shopping cart, I'll take you up on it. But till then, we'll work it out.
How?
I don't know. Very funny. You trying to tell me something? Look, I don't know if that was you in my bathroom the other day or not. All I know is I need some answers.
Hello? Mrs. Sims?
Hi, Jason.
He's got something to tell you.
What's going on?
I didn't sell my car to Kelly.
I bought it, Shug. I told him not to tell either of you.
Yeah, he said he'd explain it to you.
Well, I took a look at it for Kelly, and I thought it was such a great buy, I figured I'd get it and sell it myself.
I want that car. You can't sell it.
How are you going to pay for it?
I'll get a job. They're hiring at Dog and Bun. Dad, can I take you on a test drive?
Well, as long as Jason's brave enough to ride shotgun.
Thank you. Come on.
You bought the car.
Les landed in a new dealership, and he offered me a job selling cars on the weekends.
Carl, you're not going to go back to selling cars again.
Tell me another solution to this mess.
I'm getting a job. I decided this morning.
Working as a security guard, that's your solution?
I already called Ed. He's got something permanent this time.
What about your novel?
I'm between chapters right now.
I'm not going to let you quit writing, you know.
I know. Give me a nice pick, would you? I believe we're going to need these for a while.
And then when you came home last Sunday, you called 911. What did you want to report?
I saw a strange truck in my neighbor's driveway.
And who did you see in that truck?
3 men.
Can you describe them?
No. I don't remember what they looked like.
But you were only 20 yards away in your driveway in broad daylight.
I was very shaken up after everything that happened. I really don't remember.
What about the truck? Can you describe the truck?
No, I don't recall.
Let's call it a day. I see you've coached your client in the fine art of memory loss.
I can't force someone to remember when they've been traumatized.
Her memory was fine when she made the 911 call. How would you like to talk about perjury?
The 911 call wasn't made under oath. And what about your promise to put an agent outside her door?
I said I'd do whatever I could. If these men get off, it's going to be your fault. I hope you can sleep with yourself knowing that.
I'll sleep well knowing that my client is safe. And if the system can't even give her that, how can it expect her to speak up?
I hope you understand why I had to leave that counselor's office.
Not really.
Well, I thought it would help solve our problems, me coming along with you, but it only made me see how big our problems are.
Well, it's nothing that Can't be worked through.
Yeah, it would take a huge amount of work. I don't know.
It sounds like you've already made a decision.
I've been thinking. You know, if it's this much work, you know, maybe it's not the right relationship. You know, maybe it shouldn't be this hard.
You want out. Well, I certainly wanted you to admit that.
I just didn't want to think about it. It was just too painful. You know, but maybe it's better than what we've been putting each other through.
Mm-mm. This is more painful.
I'm sorry.
This is yours. You should take it.
No, I gave it to you. It's yours. Keep it, please.
Why? What am I going to do with it? Put it in a drawer and pull it out every time I want to bring this moment back?
I don't know what else to do.
No, you're right. It's time we cut our losses.
I don't feel I lost anything.
I do.
Punishment's over. You can come out of your room now.
No, thanks. I'm in the middle of some projects.
Well, I made a peach pie.
That's okay. I'm not hungry.
You know you're gonna have to buy Mary Elizabeth a new radio.
Yeah, I know. But I'm still not talking to her.
You have to forgive her for being related to that man.
Why should I?
Because God forgives you all the time.
Well, I don't forgive God.
What?
When Richard was missing, I prayed he was okay. God doesn't listen. Maybe he's not even there.
He's there, all right. Even when it doesn't seem like he is. You know what the Bible says? All things work together for good for those that love the Lord.
Well, what good is it that Richard died?
I don't know. These things, they're certainly a test of our faith.
Well, I don't think you should test us. It's hard enough down here. Gotcha.
Collier, would you like to stay for dinner? I made a ham.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me just call my mom and let her know.
Hello, Mrs. Fishback.
Hello.
Come in.
Mom, I brought the dress.
I can't wait to try it on. Thank you very much. You did a wonderful job.
You're welcome. Good night. I've got to call Lucy conceited.
That lady with the tattoo?
Yeah, she got it in a camp in the war. She was a slave.
What else did she tell you?
She thinks there's no God. And if there was one, he wouldn't let such bad things happen to people.
The nerve of that lady planting lies in your head after we allowed her in our home.
She didn't plant anything. Mrs. Mary Frances would kill me if I didn't believe in God.
Nevertheless, she is never stepping foot in this house again.
Why? Maybe God will help us change our mind.
Hush.
It's oh my gosh! That's the song. That's the beach one. That's the beach one. I'm gonna call the station. Teresa, please, Teresa, please.
Want to get some fresh air?
No.
Want to drive out to Bessemer, hit the Bright Star, eat till we bust the seam?
No.
Want to rent a movie?
No.
Must want something. Cup of tea? Martini? Heroin?
I'm fine.
Yes, I can see that. Are you gonna lay in bed all day?
I think so.
I know just how you feel.
No, you don't. You've been married 26 years.
So what? I've been so low, I had to grab the curb to pull myself up. Laid in bed so long, my behind flattened out like a pancake.
When?
Many, many times. And it always passes. As soon as something kicks me in the butt, I'm reminded that God's taking care of me. Of everything.
Oh, please.
God bless those nuns for hammering that into me. If I didn't have my faith, I don't know how I'd get through life.
You're gonna start lecturing me.
I'm not that stupid. But I'm not gonna give up on you either.
At least someone isn't. I mean, what am I gonna do with 14 rooms, 5 bathrooms, and a 4-car garage?
Well, if things don't start looking up for us soon, you can adopt a family.